There are objects in this world that people refuse to touch, not because they are ancient, not because they are expensive, but because everyone who owned them suffered. Across decades, and sometimes centuries, these objects have been linked to bankruptcies, disappearances, madness, and death. Some are locked away behind glass, some vanished without a trace, and some are still out there. Tonight, we look at the real stories behind the world's most terrifying cursed objects. Stories that investigators, collectors, and even museums refuse to ignore. In the 1800s, a purple gemstone was allegedly stolen from a temple in India during the chaos of colonial rule. Soon after, its new owner, Colonel W. Ferris, reportedly lost everything: money, status, sanity. So not. The gem passed from owner to owner, and disaster followed each time. One man who received the stone later took his own life. Years later, writer Edward Heron Allen became obsessed with the jewel after acquiring it in London. But according to his own writings, the curse continued. Friends who borrowed the gemstone suffered strange illnesses. Others experienced terrifying misfortune. Eventually, Heron Allen became so frightened that he locked the stone inside several boxes and warned that whoever opened it would unleash tragedy again. Even today, many believe the stone is still cursed. In Jewish folklore, a Dybbuk is a malicious spirit believed to possess the living. But according to one terrifying story, one spirit was trapped inside a small wine cabinet. The box surfaced in America after being purchased from an elderly Holocaust survivor's estate sale. Its new owner soon claimed he began suffering horrifying nightmares. Lights flickered, doors slammed shut on their own. A strange smell of cat urine filled rooms without explanation. Then came the illnesses. Every person who owned the box afterward reported terrifying experiences. Some claimed to see shadow figures standing beside their beds at night. Others suffered panic attacks, strokes, or sudden misfortune. The legend became so infamous that paranormal investigators locked the box away, warning people never to open it. Perhaps the most famous cursed object in the world is a doll, not the porcelain kind from horror movies. A simple Raggedy Ann doll. In the 1970s, a nursing student reportedly received the doll as a gift. Soon, strange things began happening inside her apartment. The doll appeared in different rooms when nobody moved it. Notes written in childish handwriting appeared on paper that nobody owned. Then, one night, a friend claimed the doll attacked him. Terrified, the owners contacted paranormal investigators Ed and Lorraine Warren. The Warrens believed the doll was not possessed by a child, but manipulated by something far darker. Today, Annabelle remains locked inside a glass case. A warning hangs beside her: do not touch. At first glance, it looks beautiful. A deep blue diamond worth hundreds of millions of dollars. But behind its beauty lies one of history's darkest legends. According to the curse, the diamond was stolen from a sacred temple in India centuries ago. Soon after, its owners allegedly began suffering horrifying fates: bankruptcy, madness, execution. Even royalty connected to the gem reportedly met violent deaths. Though historians debate the truth of the curse, the stories surrounding the diamond refuse to die. Today, it sits heavily guarded inside the Smithsonian Museum, untouched, unworn, and feared by many who know its history. In 1985, firefighters across England noticed something disturbing. Homes destroyed by fire kept revealing the same surviving object: a painting of a crying child. Newspapers soon exploded with reports that the artwork was cursed. Families claim the paintings survived fires completely untouched, while everything around them burned to ashes. Fear spread rapidly. People threw the paintings away. Some burned them intentionally, but the rumors only grew stronger. To this day, believers claim the painting carries a dark energy linked to tragedy and destruction. In northern England, there is a chair people refuse to sit on. The story began with murderer Thomas Busby in the 1700s. Before his execution, Busby allegedly cursed his favorite chair, declaring that anyone who sat in it would die. Years later, strange patterns began to emerge. Soldiers, workers, travelers, people who sat in the chair reportedly died soon afterward, often in accidents. The stories became so disturbing that the chair was eventually mounted high on a museum wall, far away from anyone who might accidentally sit in it. Maybe these stories are only legends. Maybe every tragedy has a logical explanation. But one fact remains impossible to ignore. The fear surrounding these objects has survived for generations, locked behind glass cases, hidden in private collections, buried inside forgotten rooms. Because even now, there are people who believe curses are real. And somewhere tonight, someone may already own the next cursed object without even knowing it. Would you touch any of these objects if someone paid you to?